And tonight, some of our members of our free Facebook group called Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes, some of our members there, well, actually one member in particular, shared a picture of something she got at Five Below recently, actually yesterday. And I ran out and grabbed some today because I was like, that's a great dollar store find. Hey, Wanda. Welcome, everybody. So I thought I would share with you what I got while I was out today. And so without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So let's see. Here's what I got at the Five Below store. Five Below, if you're not familiar, is a, well, everything's supposed to be less than $5. It's kind of like a dollar store, but they have other things too. That they really cater to like tweens and teenagers and stuff. So it's all kind of kid related, which is great. So this member of our free Facebook group shared pictures of, you know, I'm all about my mini erasers, right? She shared pictures of these gummy bear mini erasers. And I thought that they're like counting bears. You don't have to tell the kids they're gummy bears. They are colored counting bears. How cool is that? Now they're $1 for 40. And I think the ones at the Target dollar spot are 60 in there, I'm not sure. But anyway, these were $1 at Five Below. You get 40 in a package, and they are red, yellow, and green and orange. Red, yellow, green, and orange. And they say gummy bear erasers, but these could easily be counting bears, right? We all have counting bears in our classroom. Well, thank you, Nicole, for sharing. I appreciate that. And then they had cupcakes. Check out the cupcakes here. And I'm noticing that my emoji erasers didn't get taken out, but that's okay. These are cupcakes. And so the cupcakes are, you know, some have chocolate frosting and some have pink frosting and some have yellow frosting. And so these were $1. So there's 40 in a package for $1, and these came from Five Below. So what do you use them for? So that's what people always ask me. So I've always used them in the math center for math activities. So fun math, hands-on math activities. And you can sort, pattern, graph, count, all that good stuff. You can use these mini erasers for because they're engaging and fun for the kids. I like these right here because they're a little thicker and a little bigger than the normal teeny tiny mini erasers. So they had these. They also had a package of emoji erasers with like the happy face and the sunglasses and all that stuff. So you could totally use those too. And they're great for marking places on bingo boards if you play bingo with your kids at all. All kinds of uses. Non-standard units of measurement if you're measuring small things. All kinds of great stuff. One of my favorite games to play with mini erasers is to use an ice cube tray. And then in the beginning of the year, I give the kids a die or a dice with only up to 3 dots on it. So each side has either a 1, 2, or 3 dots. And then they roll it, and then whatever they get, so let's say they roll 3, they put 1, 2, 3 mini erasers in their tray, and they keep playing until their tray is full. So each ice cube slot gets 1 mini eraser, and so that is one-to-one correspondence. And I find that my kids are all really successful with that in the beginning of the year. It really lets me know who understands one-to-one correspondence, and that's the basis of what we do in math. So it kind of lets me figure out where we need to go. Yes, and Julia mentions that recently I found at the Target dollar spot, well, my friend Jennifer found them and she told me about them. She found the black cat, the pumpkin, the skull, and the spider. That's the one I was most excited about, was the spider. She found those mini erasers in the Target dollar spot. And so I think her giveaway ends tonight, maybe. So if you haven't entered to win those mini erasers, you can grab those. I also have a mini eraser math bundle at Pre-K Pages. If you're not a member of the Teaching Tribe and you want to check it out, Tom will drop a link to the mini eraser math bundle over on Pre-K Pages. Hey, Laura. Hi, Maureen from Pawtucket. Welcome. Okay, so cupcake mini erasers, great for sorting, patterning, counting, graphing, non-standard units of measurement, and one-to-one correspondence. Great math tools. And then they also had the gummy bears. These were bought at Five Below. And I think there was another set that the gal over in the free Facebook book group showed that I couldn't find. I can't remember exactly. But I got the emojis, the colored bears, and the cupcakes today over in Five Below. They were in the stationery section and in the bins by the cash register. You know how they always have a large section of like bins at the checkout at Five Below with all their hot deals? They were also in there too. And they also had jumbo bags of emoji mini erasers, but they were smaller than these. They had 500 in a bag, and those were $5 instead of $1. So that was my big find today. They also had, at Five Below, I really had to control myself. They also had mermaid pillows. I didn't buy one. I couldn't justify. I was like, I don't need a mermaid pillow. But they had mermaid pillows. Have you seen those? Those went viral on Facebook where if you touch your finger across the top, it's like sequins and it changes and shimmers. It's really cool. They had mermaid pillows. And they had square mermaid pillows and round mermaid pillows, and they had them in all different colors. They were really cool. And they had, now this isn't for the classroom, but they had mermaid tails. You know those mermaid tail blankets that are so hot right now? They had those. They were fleece, and they were mermaid tail blankets. So those would be great Christmas gifts for your personal kids. Can buy one for every kid because they're $5. But they had some really cool stuff over there today. I had to control myself. I ended up buying a little more than I expected. Okay, so I shared with you the mini erasers. I wanted to share something with you that I got at Daiso recently. Daiso is a Japanese dollar store. But I also saw these, something similar at Five Below today. Okay, don't laugh, okay? Whatever you do, don't laugh. Taylor says she put a mermaid pillow in her safe place. Yes, that's what I was thinking too, but I already have all these emoji pillows, and I was like, I don't have room for a mermaid pillow too. I really wanted it, but my inner voice was like, you don't need one. Okay, so these are homemade finger puppets. They're not finished yet. These are chair socks. So apparently in Japan, chair socks are really hot. And they had them in a bunch of different colors. I bought these at Daiso. They always have them there though. So I had, because they come in sets of 4, I had to buy 2 packs, of course. So I would have 5. But I thought these would be really fun to make into like finger puppet monkeys. Just glue some of those tiny wiggly eyes on there, maybe 2 pieces of felt, brown felt for the ears, and you could do 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. But for $1.50, I got these little finger puppets. They're very, very sturdy. I mean, they're meant to be put on the bottoms of chairs, right? I don't know how they work for chairs because I'd never used them, but you could make finger puppets out of these. You could add yarn and make them into people. I mean, and they had them in a bunch of different colors too. This one just seemed more like a natural animal or skin tone or something, and I just thought I could do more with them than the red ones or the green ones. But you could totally make these into any kind of finger puppet you wanted, right? I thought that was pretty cool. I was thinking of like if I did a Humpty Dumpty thing where I had a Humpty Dumpty puppet over here, and then I could make these into the King's Men, and I could put little hats on. I don't know. I was coming up with all kinds of ideas, but I haven't done anything with them yet. Hi, Elizabeth. So finger puppets. These are chair socks from Daiso, which is a Japanese dollar store, and everything at Daiso is. Oh yeah, frogs, Michelle, good one. Everything at Daiso is $1.50. And I could have used the red ones for apples, but they don't really look like apples, so I don't know, whatever. But hi, Gina. Okay. Oh, here's my emoji erasers. I knew I got them out. Here's the missing emoji erasers. They do have the poo emoji in there. I'm not a fan of those. I would take those out. But see, they have the little sunglasses and the kissy face and the tongue and the happy face. So you could totally, and these are a nice bigger size than normal mini erasers. So you can totally, you can make patterning, sorting, graphing, counting, one-to-one correspondence games with these. So they had those at Five Below as well. Oh, and the thing behind me, I don't know if you can see this or not. Can you see that? This was at Five Below. You guys, now this doesn't teach children anything, but they sold these not long ago. I don't know if they still do at Michael's for a lot of money. This was $5 at Five Below. When I went and checked out, there was a cashier change going on. You know how the new cashier comes on and the old cashier goes off? And I put this on the checkout counter, and she's like, where did you get that? And I told her, and she said, I'll just be right back. She went and got one for herself and put it under the counter. She's like, I did not know we had those. So this is like a light up marquee, and it has places so that you could hang it on the wall if you wanted to. It has batteries inside. My battery thing has already broken, so it's worth the $5 that you pay. It's not worth the $25 or whatever it was at Michael's, but just to sit on a shelf or something out of the kids' reach, of course. And then you put whatever you want in there. It came with a bunch of letters and a few emojis too. So these are like clear pieces of like almost like overhead transparency with letters written on them. They come with the set. They had an extra set of vowels and things like that, or common letters. And you could put your Mrs. So-and-so or your class name or whatever, your school name, whatever, welcome to school. There's 3 rows, welcome to school, back to school, whatever it is you want, you can put in there. I thought it was really cool for $5, and I don't want to pay $30 for it at Michael's. Nancy says she has one in her room and she loves it. What did you put in yours, Nancy? I was like, what should I put in mine? But I found it at Five Below today, and I was just so beyond excited. They actually had stuff like stuff that I would use in my house. I was like, ooh, this is a really good deal for whatever it was. So anyway, this was in like the home decor near the lamps and the things like that, the sheets, things like that. So anyway, it's a marquee. Put your own batteries in it. $5, comes with all the letters and some emojis too. But I think you could make your own letters if you used overhead transparencies, if you can find some. Or I was thinking about laminating nothing in my Scotch laminator and just letting it laminate the laminate and then cutting that up and writing with Sharpie on there. One of our kindergarten teachers has that sign too. Hello, Canada. Hi, Anita. So anyway, Five Below, awesome deal. Hi, Sherry. That was another one of my finds today, but it's not for the kids. Oh, I found this at Dayso, and it is a little kid-sized toolbox. How cute is that? Now, my Teaching Tribe members, I'm all about the teacher's imaginary toolbox and the kid's imaginary toolbox. Here's a real one where you can use to illustrate your point, but you can also put actual little kid tools in there or whatever you want. It would be great for like a dramatic play, auto shop or something like that. But it's a little kid toolbox. How cool is that? It's probably supposed to be for school supplies. I got it at Dayso. Everything there's $1.50. And I thought it would be really, really cool to put in dramatic play or to use to illustrate your imaginary teaching toolbox thing. And then I love, love, love these spoons. They had them in 3 sizes. I bought 3 of them. Of course, you know what I'm going to do with, and it even says on there, rice porridge. It even has the word porridge. So you know what I'm going to use these for, right? Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear spoons. These are really nice, like spoons, not plastic. They're made out of wood or bamboo or something, and they came in different sizes. So I'm going to use these spoons for when we act out the 3 bears. Really nice spoons. This one's a nice, this would be Mama Bear's spoons. It's got little pink stripes on it. It's kind of a lighter color, more round. This is Daddy Bear's spoon, and then I got a Baby Bear's spoon. So super fun. Let's see. Oh, here's the Baby Bear spoon. I knew I had 3 of them in there. And then these, I need to open these to show them to you, I think. Okay, I do not know what these are, but I've got to do something with these, you guys. Look at this. How cool are these? Now, they show them as being used for like condiments, like if you were to take your lunch and you needed a condiment like ketchup or something. Obviously, I'm not going to use them for that, but they're so cool. What could you do with these in the classroom? I just had so many ideas. I'm like, oh, you could put any number of things in there, mini erasers, and they would have to, I don't know, come help me think of something to do with these because I really like them and I wanted to buy a whole bunch, but I didn't. I contained myself and I get it container. And I only bought 3. but they're supposedly supposed to be used for condiments. But I just think there's other uses that we could come up with for these, don't you? Sound, yes. That's a good one, Michelle. Yes, you could put things in there and shake them. You could have them open like a cotton ball that had been dipped in like oregano or whatever, and then they could smell it. The other store I was talking about, Stacy, is Daiso. It's a Japanese dollar store, Daiso. I think they're only in 2 states right now, Texas and California, but they may be expanding. Everything comes from Japan, and it's not the stuff you usually find here in the U.S. dollar stores. I think they have really unique, interesting items that we haven't seen at a dollar store here before in the U.S., and I love it. Lots of stuff for the dramatic play center, all kinds of really interesting kitchen tools that can be used for other things, because I'm going to share one of those with you in a minute. Sorting colors. Oh, Seattle. Okay, yeah. They do have the 3 states then. Cool. Or maybe they're in DC too, I'm not sure. But they don't have very many of them. So, don't know what I'm going to do with these yet, but I like the idea of smell. Like put a cotton ball with a scent on it in here, and then they can open them up and smell them. Is Daiso online? I believe so, but they would probably have to ship it from Japan, so it probably wouldn't be worthwhile. But if you ever go to one of those major cities where they're located, we have them all around the Dallas area here, and they have them all around California and in Seattle. If you ever go to one of those places, put it on your bucket list because it's really fun. That's where I get all my Japanese erasers, not the mini erasers, that's different. I also hoard Japanese erasers, which are really fun. They're 3-dimensional. Put that on your bucket list. Different number of items in each one. That might be hard because they're tiny. They would have to be like beans or something, because they're really small. They might look bigger on screen, but they're just bigger than a quarter. So yeah. Okay. All right, now the next thing that I have, this is what I was talking about, the kitchen tools that can be used for other things. I've shared broadcasts before about my trips to Daiso and to other dollar stores like Five Below, but this, I've never seen one of these before. I don't know if I've been living in a cave or if it's a Japanese thing, but they really love their kitchen gadgets. And this is a banana slicer. Who knew? I had no idea I'd been missing out on a banana slicer my whole life. Because who wants to slice a banana? That's way too much work. So I have some Play-Doh here. And the first thing, Claire was with me when I bought this. Claire, and also when I bought the finger puppets, because she's a member of the teaching tribe. She's one of our trail guides, our newest trail guides. Yay, Claire! And she came to our meetup here in Texas, and so she saw this already. But I kept wondering if this would work. So I'm going to try it out for the first time here on Facebook Live. Drum roll. Let's see if this works as a Play-Doh cutter in addition to a banana cutter. Okay, ready, set, go. Kind of. I think you need to get a big ball of it in there and not make it, I made it flat. Let's see. Nah, it just kind of mushes through. It's good for making prints. Oh well. Hey Melissa, has WD explored the joys of Play-Doh yet, or is he just at the stage where he wants to eat it? Throw them in your sensory bins. Oh, those little things? Yes, Anita. Okay, so this thing was a bust with the Play-Doh because now the Play-Doh's stuck inside the metal pieces, so that was a no-go. But I think I could find another use for this banana cutter. Did you know you were missing out on banana cutters, Melissa? This is what they have at Daiso. You're really missing out. Okay. Melissa says he eats Play-Doh. Yeah, he's too little for Play-Doh. Okay, so there's that. And then, this is another reason I love Daiso. Now, the Dollar Tree usually has ketchup and mustard condiment containers like this. But this one has a really thick opening at the top. And they had these at Daiso in a couple of different colors. The color doesn't really matter. But the top is really thick. And if you want to use it with tempera paint, the ketchup and mustard ones from the Dollar Tree, you have to kind of cut the tops off and kind of play with them a little bit. This one already has a super thick top on it. So you can put tempera paint or puffy paint even in here, and then they can squeeze it on their papers. And it's a really soft plastic. It's not a hard plastic, and so it's very squeezable. Yeah, Lori says you can use that banana cutter to pick things up. They're kind of like tongs. So yeah, it'd probably be better to pick things up with than it is to squeeze Play-Doh. Oh, well. I've never experienced that store. I need to go. Yes, you do. The next time you're near one, put it on your bucket list. Next time you come to Dallas, Melissa, I'll take you to one. We have them all over the place now. South Lake or Grapevine, Arlington, Irving, Plano. They're getting one in Frisco. They're just growing really rapidly around here. Lots of cool stuff. Okay, so squeezy containers for glue. Well, they could be for glue. I didn't think of that. Might clog up the top, but a nice thick top right here for squeezing glue. Okay, so now that you've seen my Facebook fail, my Play-Doh cutter that wasn't, I had such high hopes for that $1.50 banana slicer. Yes, Central Texas too. Guess what I got in the mail yesterday? Okay, this is not from the dollar store. Ta-da! It's a new book by Eric Litwin. It will be released next week, next Tuesday. Okay, and it is called Groovy Joe Dance Party Countdown. All right, so as you know, I love Eric Litwin, don't we all? He's the original author of, he's the author of the first 4 Pete the Cat books. So I love my white shoes, rocking in my school shoes, all that good stuff. So he sent me a copy here. I got an autographed copy, woohoo! And this one is Groovy Joe Dance Party Countdown. Of course, all of his books have the song, because Eric's a musical artist as well. The song is free, so he gives you a link to where you can download that. So Tom has the link where you can go and actually start practicing your Groovy Joe Dance Party Countdown song right now. So Tom's going to drop a link to the Scholastic link, Tom, that will take them to the place where you can listen to the song in English, in Spanish too, 2 languages. And then you can also listen to Eric reading the story himself. Ha! Hello! So now you have an audio recording of Eric reading the story and singing the song. So I'll just read you a page or two. Groovy Joe is totally fun. He's a song-singing, tail-wagging party of one, and he rocks like this. How cool is that? You know Eric is always good. Disco, and I'm not going to sing it because I'm not a good singer, and I just heard the song for the first time today, but disco party bow wow, disco party bow wow. And so just think of what a great book this would be to get your kids singing and dancing. And then knock, knock. Whew. That knock was really loud. Who's there? One who? One more dog is going to disco with you. How many dogs are there now? It's a counting story. So if you like Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons, then you're going to like this one too, because it's also a counting story. So anytime you can tie in an academic concept with a really fun and engaging story and song and movement, because there's a dance that goes with it too, it's a win-win situation. So the book goes on in true Eric Litwin style. Oh, it's illustrated by Tom Lichtenheld. I forgot to tell you that. He is the illustrator responsible for Goodnight Construction Site. So, and also the illustrator of Eric's last book with Scholastic. So, very cool. And at the end it says, and you sing and dance together. What does this story show? There's always room for one more. So you have to go and listen to the story. Listen to Eric read it. He reads it way better than I do because he wrote it and I've just read it for only the second time just now. So go over to that link and then get this one. You can also enter to win a copy of an autographed copy of Eric's book. And so Tom also has a link to where you can go and do that. So I'm not certain of when that giveaway closes. The last I heard from the publisher was the release date of September 12th. So go over and enter to win your copy of Groovy Joe Dance Party Countdown. And Tom has dropped a link to that for you below. That's through Eric's website. He's hosting that giveaway for us. And you can enter to win an autographed copy of the brand new, not yet released to the public, copy of Eric Litwin's newest book, Groovy Joe. How exciting is that? And you know Eric, every year for the last couple of years, he has had a contest where you enter to win by having your class dance, and then so they're going to have a dance, maybe hopefully have a dance party, and then I haven't heard one way or the other yet, but then if you win, you get a free visit from Eric Litwin to your school. So you might want to start practicing in case they have a contest this year, so maybe your class could win a visit, or your school could win a visit from Eric Litwin, and then of course it's going to be to this song here, whatever his latest book is. That's the party. I missed it. What's a pity, Miriam? Okay, so that is the Eric Litwin book. It's in English and Spanish. Whoops, sorry, wrong side there. Hi, Olabisi. Oh, yes, Claire, good one, good point. I forgot to mention that. I knew I forgot to go somewhere today. Thank you, Claire. They have books in the McDonald's Happy Meal right now. Now, I heard a couple of years ago that they were going to stop doing Happy Meal toys and switch totally to books. I don't know if that ever happened. I mean, it hasn't happened recently, but now they do have books. So I don't know if this is part of their whole thing from now on, or this is just a special promotion they're doing. But from what I've heard over in the free Facebook group from our members is that the books are really nice. I haven't checked them out yet. I think one was if you give a mouse a cookie, right? I can't remember, Claire. Oh, it was a pity because you don't have a day so near you. Okay. Yes, it is a pity that you don't have a day so near you. Okay. Some of the questions we've been getting lately. Just checking to make sure I shared everything I wanted to. What do you teach to the kids? That's a question I get a lot at the beginning of the year. I was just hired yesterday. What do I teach to the kids? If you want to grab a copy of my free 50-page pre-K curriculum pacing guide, Tom will drop a link to that. You can download it. It shows you all the skills and when we teach them all year long in pre-K, as well as the resources I use to do that. I'm in the middle of revamping that resource, so stay tuned. So it's going to expand from 50 to 75 pages. It's going to be your one-stop curriculum pacing guide for pre-K. So grab that copy, and then here's what I knew what I was going to say next. I don't know if any of you have my Rainbow Dot teacher planner or not. Let me know in the comments or tap the screen if you have a copy of this. So I was a little sneaky, and last week I just decided to send this to everybody on my email list, just as a little thank you and a little back to school thing that you can do. I took it, so you print it out. I took it to my local Kinko's FedEx, and I had it bound nicely on the sides. And basically it's a teacher planner. So this is what you can use to plan your life. It's not a lesson planner. I have a separate thing in my store for lesson planning, but this is more of a your daily calendar if you're into paper calendars. So there's like a little to-do list here, and there's a notes section, and then each month you just write the numbers in little boxes here, so you can use it each year over and over again, and you don't have to worry about the numbers changing. And so I took it and printed it back to back on, of course, my 5560, I think that's what it is, HP printer, because then I don't have to worry about the ink. And then I printed everything back to back so that when you turn the pages, they're like this. And so we have the calendars in there, we have notes pages, to-do lists, I have some to-do lists in there. So you can check it out. I sent this only to my email subscribers. So occasionally my email subscribers get freebies in their inbox. So if you're a Teach and Tribe member, you already have access to this. It's over in the vault. You can go and grab it right now. And if you're on my mailing list, you should have received a copy last week. So make sure that you're on the list so that every now and again you might get something special in your email inbox. And this was just my little kind of back to school gift to everybody on the list. And they got it in their email. And then they can take it and print it out. You can take it and print it out. And then I had mine bound at Kinko's or FedEx or whatever, just to make it shiny on the front and on the back there. So make sure you're signed up for my emails in case you ever get, so you can get a little surprise gift every now and again. And also, if you're on my Teaching Tribe waiting list, sometimes I send freebies to those folks too for their patience. So make sure you're on the Teaching Tribe list. The Teaching Tribe is my premium membership site where I help teachers just like you teach better, save time, and live more. Members have access 24/7 to all of the printables from pre-K pages at their fingertips to download. And that's a more than $900 worth of printables at your fingertips 24/7. And then we also have our supportive community of new and veteran teachers, a safe haven for asking and answering questions. And then we have our monthly power hours. Those are trainings with me. Each one comes with a certificate of attendance for 1 hour. And then we have other videos. In the past, I've had guest experts, and those are all available to watch on demand at any time. And we just started something new. This might be new for even our members. They might not know about it, but we have a new quick tips. And those are 4 videos, short little videos every month that are easily digestible, because I heard a lot of people like to listen to my power hours on the way to work in their car. So I decided to give you some short little broadcasts in case you have a shorter commute or you have a limited time. So I did that based on member request. And don't forget that I am live here on Facebook every Monday and Wednesday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And Tom will drop a link to how you can get on my text list. So we can send you a text with our topic and whenever we're going live. Okay? So don't forget to enter Eric Litwin's contest to get an autographed copy of his brand new book, Groovy Joe, Dance Party Countdown. And I will see you back again here next week. Have a great rest of the week. And if you're in Florida, stay safe. We're thinking about you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.